Hi, I'm Uma Shiva. Today I am going to make salted modak. Usually we make sweet modak for Ganpati festival, Ganesh Chaturthi with jaggery and coconut. Today I'll be showing you salted modak made of urad dal, coconut and of course rice dough. And this is one of the naivedyams we make for Ganesh Chaturthi for Lord Ganesha. Okay. Take about 3/4 cup glass of water and heat it slightly. Let the gas be on the full initially. When we begin it, gas should be in the full. Once the water starts boiling, just make it to sim and add the powder. Before adding the powder, just add a few drops of coconut oil in this and a pinch of salt. Salt is as per taste, but you need to add just a pinch here for the dough, for the rice dough we'll be making. The water is started boiling already and I'm adding rice powder to this.
Still
Keep stirring.
High. Yes, flame is high still.
Flame is little high. Now I'll make the flame into small. Slightly high. Now I made it into sim and let it go on for a few seconds more. I'm making very small quantity so it gets cooked very fast. You can make the larger quantities. You can multiply this whatever quantities I've showed you. And also add a bit of salt again, oil again.
This coconut
oil, yes. This is mostly coconut based. You can also use till oil or gingerly oil as you call it. Both will taste good. Usually we add coconut oil because the filling inside is coconut. So mostly it is coconut flavored, this sweet. This salted modak and sweet modak, both we make out of coconuts. So we use coconut oil. Just keep moving it, stirring this, and once it is done, it will come out of the tawa, this one, kadai. Once it leaves this vessel, you can understand that it is already cooked well. Just a few more seconds and it is done. Just ensure that lumps are not formed in this. So keep breaking the lumps if there are any. Just keep cooking it some more so that this rice gets cooked well. Of course, the other part is when we steam it, it will get cooked fully. I think that's it. See how it has started coming out. Okay, not many lumps are formed. We'll be breaking the lumps once it cools. We have to knead it nicely. This dough should be kneaded well with a bit of oil so that all the lumps are broken well and the modak comes out also deliciously. I have transferred this dough, rice dough, into a bowl, allowed it to cool, let it cool well. At the same time, ensure that you don't keep it under the fan. Otherwise, the covering will become really hard. It should be soft still. So add a bit of oil and knead it well. Take urad dal and almost the same quantity as the water or slightly little less you can take in this glass. Same glass you can keep as a measurement. Take this much of urad dal and soak it for about 2 hours. Then remove the water and with very less water, you put it in your mixer grinder. Small one will do. Grind it coarsely. We don't want a very fine paste of urad dal. We want it to be ground very coarsely along with green chili, salt and kadhi patta. You need to put these 3 things here and coarsely you grind it and then this coarsely ground one, just steam it and take out. It will come like this. This is the coarsely ground urad dal with spices. It should come like this. Okay. Now we will give a more tempering for this, we will put fodni on this with rye and kari patta, and then we will allow it to cool, and then I'll show you next step. We keep it in this coarsely ground ulad dal should be kept in the cooker without the whistle. Just steam it for about 15 minutes, and in between you can take out the lid and just check out that it is properly cooked. The best test would be put your knife or some sharp instrument, just open the lid of the cooker and just put it inside the dough and remove it. You will find that nothing sticks onto the knife. This is the best test actually to ensure that it is cooked well. I have just put on the gas and kept a kadai. I put it a little high. After 2 seconds, just make it on the medium flame or low flame. Put a bit of oil, about 2 spoons of oil you can use. A bit of tempering you need to give. I am putting here mustard seeds, rye. Putting a bit of green chili, just half of it. That's it. I'm waiting for the mustard seeds to splutter, and I'll go for the next step. When it is spluttering, just make the gas into sim and keep it in sim. Put a bit of asafoetida hing, thoda sa hing add to it, and then reduce the gas to sim, which is already in sim only. Then add this already steamed ulad dal. Just add to this. Yes, and add about 2 spoons of coconut to this.
This is freshly grated coconut, right?
Yeah, this is grated coconut. You need to add to this a bit extra. You can add, if you like coconuts, you can add it a bit more, which I have done. Just wait for it, mix it well, allow it to cool, then just try to break the lumps. When this dough gets the heat, this steam the ulad dal, when you heat it a bit, it's easier to break it down. And also when it cools down, you can really, separate it well, and I'll show you how to do it. It's almost done. Just keep it for a few more seconds. The big lumps we must break. This is the filling inside the modak I am making. Try to break as much as possible. Once you mash it, it will get mixed well. This ulad dal filling, I am allowing it to cool. Taken it on a plate, and it has to cool a bit to be used as a filling. And in the meanwhile, I have taken a bit of the dough, and I'm putting a bit of oil in this, about a spoon of oil, and kneading it well. The dough is soft and there is no lump. This dough, make it lumpless, means take away all the lumps, mash it well, and make it into a nice lumpless dough, and which is almost done now. You need to do only for 2 minutes or something. After this dough is cooled, take it off the kadai, keep it on a plate or a small bartan, allow it to cool, and then knead it well. Warm a bit with a drop of oil, and then take this lemon sized dough, press it well, make a cup without any cuts on the corner and without any lump. Make a small cup out of this and then use a spoon to fill this inside this urad dal filler and then cover it like this slowly and then press the corners like this we do. And then press this up thing like this. The shape is something like this. It is a little different shape compared to the modak. It is easy to differentiate between the sweet ones and the salted ones also. And this is how salted modaks are made. This one. Now we steam this. Some water in the cooker, a small cup of water, and keep it inside the cooker, that both the water get heated. Take a small vessel and then grease it a bit and keep these modaks for steaming. The ones we have made, ones to be steamed, put it inside this. Don't overcrowd it too much, maybe 6 or 7. I have just kept 5 of them and keeping it inside the cooker and then covering the lid. We don't need a whistle for this, the weight, cooker weight. We need to just leave it for steaming. Initially the gas should be a little high, just for 2-3 minutes, and then you make it small and simmer it for about 10 to 12 minutes. It will take for this modak to get steamed properly. Slowly open the lid and keep this modaks out. Keep it under the fan so that it cools down well, and then you take one by one out and keep it. Let it cool down well. Finally, the modaks are ready for Lord Ganesha, our favorite god. So I am keeping it as an offering to him from me and doing a namaskar to him.
गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपित्वजम्बूफलसारभक्षकम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वरपादपङ्कजम्.